Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphanim. Don't forget, you can be champion of the day. All you really have to do is just make it into that comment section first and write first. And then I'll put up the little picture, give you a crown, everything like that, show you some love and appreciation. Now, let's get off into this XRP news. There's been some shakeups at Ripple, and it's been very good. Very, very good. So let's go here. It's on U.Today. They also had this on Ripple's Twitter. And it goes as such. RippleNet's general manager is stepping down. That's what all the headlines read, right? If you just go by headlines, that might sound bad. It is absolutely not. This is a good move. So let's just read little tidbit here. It says, Ashish Birla, general manager of RippleNet, who did a tremendous job, has taken to Twitter to announce his decision to quit his day job at Ripple. While Birla is yet to decide on his next career move, he will now sit on Ripple's board of directors. We need him there. Ashish Birla did a tremendous job. All of these individuals who held firm with Ripple all this time, those are the ones who paved the way for generational wealth. They are the ones who really built Ripple up. We want to keep Ashish Birla in the fold on the board of directors, having such a visionary there, a mover and shaker, a moneymaker there. This is a great thing right now. So it says he will now sit on Ripple's board of directors together with former U.S. Treasurer Rosie Rios and J.P. Morgan veteran Sandy O'Connor. This is a great thing. So, and also don't forget, we're going to have almost knocked my light over. We're going to have Monica Long moving into that position. Says here, Monica Long, another longtime executive, will now lead both RippleNet and RippleX, according to CEO Brad Garlinghouse. This is great. So if you don't know Monica Long, if you look up her background, she is the one who made way for all of the marketing and communications and things of that nature, and all of the success, and played a key part in all of the success that Ripple has had, bringing in all of those big time financial institutions. She played a part in that. So when it comes to marketing, keep in mind, XRP is not for retail. I mean, of course, some retail people have it, you and I, as examples, but it's not specifically for retail. It's for the banks. So when we're talking about marketing, when it comes to Ripple, we're talking about marketing the banks. So Monica Long has done a tremendous job to have now allegedly, this is what they're saying, over 500 large financial institutions to have that she's helped to bring in to Ripple. That's a tremendous job. We need people like that. This is going to be very good. I see this as big a movement as when Algorand brought in Stacey Warden. This is going to be explosive. We have somebody who's hungry. We have somebody who's a winner and who's going to go after even more partnerships. And there's so many things I could say here. This is very good when it comes to Ripple knows what they're doing, and they're keeping the team together. They're keeping the team tight. All of these individuals built Ripple up over the years together. They were in the dirt together, creating this company, building it to what it is now. Such a moneymaker. Look at all the corridors they have around the world. All these individuals played a part in that, building all of these corridors. Look at the banks. Look at the central banks that they've been, when I say banks, I mean commercial banks that they've brought in. Look at the central banks that they've been sitting down in meetings with. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, doing presentations for them, having close ties with the Bank of International Settlements, things of that nature. I mean, Ripple has been doing a tremendous job, and I hope they continue. I hope they continue with the same fire, and I expect that they will. They are a for-profit company. They have a vested interest in bringing as much money in as possible. That does good for you and I as XRP holders. This is a great time to be alive, in my humble opinion. Now, keep in mind, they're setting up that liquidity hub. So you saw this the last video I released, and I hope people watched it. It was on the company, what was it, Lunu, who's going to be utilizing Liquidity Hub at some point. So you look at all of these companies they're setting up to begin using Liquidity Hub. Keep in mind, at the core of Liquidity Hub is XRP. So once you have all of this bounty of companies using the Liquidity Hub, you're going to have a massive amount of money flooding into XRP. That is when the price starts going up. So it's about how many companies are using the liquidity hub and who is using the liquidity hub. That's why for so long I have pushed the idea of looking into the companies that are supporting your bank coins, supporting your blockchains. So you will know personally, you will know how much money they're bringing in, how much money they're sending out. And now you can do your calculations on how much money could be moving across the XRPL, using XRP as a cryptocurrency rail. The more money that those companies have to put across XRP, the higher that price can go. So I know we all have different ideas of when we want to take profit, or some people are going to probably hold XRP and just use XRP outright as the currency. Okay, I understand that. But some people do want to take profit. So now you can do calculations on when you might want to take profit. So let's say you have Santander. Let's say Santander uses an XRP offering. They already have one offering they're using, but that offering was a sort of a test run, or so to speak. Let's say you have Bank of America go off, Santander go off, Luna go off. Okay, so that then we can do calculations to know that that price is going to go to a certain level. Now you can decide you want to take profit or not. A lot of people are going to scrape profit off this app. I understand that. But that's why it's important, because no one is going to be able to tell you when to take profit. You have to know that in yourself. Now, I know there's a lot of veterans out there, veteran XRP holders, veterans. You're also probably veterans in crypto, veterans in the stock market. I understand that. I'm right in that boat with you. So we have our ideas already when we want to take profit, but also understand we have so many new people. I mean, brand new. They just got into XRP like last month, 2 months ago. They just got into crypto. They have no idea when to take profits, how to ride out corrections. So we're trying to move forward, while at the same time trying to bring the new people in and educate them and make sure they have what they need. So then we also have an article on XRP. Well, it's not an article, it's really a video from CNBC.com. This is great marketing, great promotion. This is, well, let's read the title here. Ripple managing director says that the last 18 months have been the strongest for the company. And I have to agree, they've made so many new partnerships, opened up so many new corridors. You saw what they were doing with the digital wallets down in, what was it, in Mexico? The corridors that they set up in Mexico. And I think those corridors are from Mexico to like the Philippines. You saw what Ripple is doing in Southeast Asia. This has been strong. Like, the setup is beautiful. You want the setup to be beautiful because, now let's go back to what I was saying before. The price of XRP isn't moved by retail. So what we're waiting on is that utility era, kicked off by any myriad of things. If the rest of the world chooses to move forward with utilizing the liquidity hub and XRPL earlier than regulatory clarity in the United States, so be it. Then the price will definitely raise. But also keep in mind, we're waiting on regulatory clarity, not just in the United States, but in a myriad of places around the world. There's no clarity yet, and they have yet to completely mass adopt crypto. So we're also waiting on mass adoption in a lot of different places. You see how, just as an example, you see how India has a problem with certain cryptocurrencies. And so you have some governmental entities in India that are very bullish on crypto. And so they're trying to make laws and stuff like that too, so you can use certain cryptocurrencies. But then there are some that are very negative on crypto. So they're trying to ban certain cryptocurrencies. So you have this back and forth. It's like that in a myriad of places around the world. So we're waiting on mass adoption. So always keep that in mind. But we're waiting on mass adoption, regulatory clarity in various places. And there was something else I was going to say, but despite that, we're waiting. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're waiting on utility era. That hasn't happened yet. So the last 18 months have been outstanding as a setup or a layup, so to speak, for what is to come. So when that era comes in, the price of XRP, theoretically, not financial advice, but theoretically speaking, given all the partnerships, this is a simple application of cause and effect. I've said that many times on the channel. I've tried to give this to you guys. Cause and effect. You need to apply that in everything. You can win if you simply observe, but it takes focus. This is why I also used to do meditations on the channel to try to prepare people to clear your mind so that you can better observe the cause and effect, not only in crypto, but in life. Don't worry. I'm going to be offering a class. Not offering, but I'm going to set up a class in the members only section very soon. And I'm going to be teaching a lot of different things so people can win at everything, not just crypto. You definitely can win at crypto, but you could win at everything if you but practice and put these different things into action, right? One of them that I've been pushing on the channel is the observation of cause and effect. Conditions, cause, and effect. So cause, Ripple has set up all of these different partnerships, right? Commercial banks, central banks, interbank payments. They made their sole mission to do interbank payments or cross-border payments, mostly business to business. That's north of $100 trillion sector. That's a lot of money to be scraped off the table, even if they take a little piece of that. That's a lot of money. So that's the cause. What are the possible effects? Sometimes I get a notepad. Right now, I don't do that anymore. But you can get a notepad. What are the possible effects? The price can possibly go up. How can it possibly go up? It can possibly go up in degrees or all at once. It depends on how they want to kick it off. We know that it can go off all at once because we've seen other systems where they want to implement the system all at once. These are the effects. So now at least you have an idea of what the possibilities are. Now, as we get closer and closer to that particular time period, then you can whittle it down to which effects are more likely to happen than others. That gives you a window into where that money can possibly come from, how to make better, how to have better profit taking. And that's something that most people won't have. They won't have it because they did not observe cause and effect. But anyway, yeah, so in this video here, the interviewer is asking the managing director about cryptocurrencies and cryptocurrencies being utilized as a means of payment. And of course, they go back to Bitcoin. We have to continuously battle against Bitcoin FUD. They consider, and it's because Bitcoin's name, the word Bitcoin, has become synonymous with all of crypto. That is a terrible thing. It's sort of like, which way does it work? People associate the word Pampers, which is, I believe, the brand, correct me if I'm wrong, Pampers with all the diapers in the world. Or something like that, right? When really it's just the brand name, but it's so big that they associate it with everything that is a diaper, right? Bitcoin is like that. They use Bitcoin as a synonymous term for all of crypto when all of crypto is different. They're still looking at crypto as coins. This is why the education is so important that Ripple is now involved with at particular universities. Algorand is involved with at particular universities. That education is going to be crucial to the continued mass adoption. It's not going to happen all at once. That's another thing. But mass adoption will happen in degrees. Everything happens in degrees. Everything in life. We're going to go over that too. I'm going to teach so many things in this course in the members only section. Make sure you sign up to the members only section. Everything happens in degrees. So the same thing will happen with crypto mass adoption, in my humble opinion. Now, the education is going to be important that Ripple is doing, Algorand is doing, and Stellar is doing, because it will open people up to the truth that crypto is technology. It's not coins. Coins are involved. Tokens are involved. Yes, no doubt about it. And they make you a good amount of money. NFTs make you a lot more money. NFTs make you a lot more money. But crypto makes you a lot more money, a heck of a lot more than the stock market, by the way, and faster. You can also lose more faster too, but it's a risky thing, but everything is a risk. Anyway, so that the people in the future are more privy to what blockchain actually is, and that they're more used to using it. And then also they're able to use both avenues of utilizing crypto for payments, if that's what they want to do. Whether it's a streamlined, some people do like the streamlined exchanges and wallets. Some people don't. Some people like the more complicated ones. You know, for example, you have some wallets where it just uses a person's like a made up name or something like that, which people could perceive to be easily traced or hacked or something like that. So they may not like that, but it's a streamlined version. So it's more of what people are used to when they're sending money back and forth. Like, for example, you have a lot of these payment options where you send your money back and forth with just an email or your phone number. Okay, so that's more closely related to that. However, there was another avenue. Okay, it's the more complicated avenue where you have a wallet and the name is like a 32 space number, a 32 digit number, right? It can be quite a bit for people that don't know how to use it. It can be quite overwhelming, but people may like that because it's more secure. So with the education that they're doing now for the future generation, it ensures that they can use crypto in any way that they want. And we need that. A lot of people may not get on board with crypto. They're just not comfortable with that idea. They're used to the legacy system. To each his own. I completely understand that. And that's why the legacy system still has a place. It's not because they're irreplaceable, because the legacy system, as you know it now, like the Fed, for as an example, as a central bank, it once came in as a decentralized system. I put out that video as a decentralized system itself. The Fed started out exactly how Ripple started out. I gave you all the documentation on that, like maybe 2-3 videos ago. So the Fed started out exactly how Ripple did, a trusted decentralized party trusted by the government. And it came in and it replaced another institution that was the Fed before the Fed. So it's not that they're irreplaceable, how people make it seem. It's not that. It's happened before, so it can happen again. The precedent is already set, but they will always have a place because people are more comfortable with the banks, whether central or commercial. They're more comfortable with them. They trust them for whatever reason, even though I would beg to disagree. All the facts, I believe, point you in the opposite direction, that the banks are doing a very, very bad job. They can correct it. I'll say that. They can correct it, but they haven't acted on correcting it just yet. So all of this is very, very good. Very, very good. I think all this information is important. You know, I'm trying to give people as much as I can, so you are in charge of your own destiny. When it comes to XRP, XLM, Vechain, I'm trying to give you these different tools, information as much as I can, so you make the best decisions possible for yourself. You know, that's how I feel. I feel comfortable, and I think that most people do, being in control of things themselves. You're in control of your own money. You're in control of the information that you're provided. You're able to look it up, verify it for yourself, and in that way, you make a more solid decision. That way, and also when you make your decisions, you can live with them. You can sleep at night. You don't have to worry about going on someone else's word, and then regretting it later if that word was wrong. Why did I listen to this person? You don't want to have regrets. I can assure you of this. Many of you people are probably young people out there. You don't want to go be older and you have lost money or anything like of that nature, because this is a risky sphere. You don't want to lose money or such like that based on the word of another. You should always do your own research. I'm giving you everything I possibly can. There you go. Okay, so now I'm trying to make this video as tame as possible. For some people like to tame videos. Okay, I do like to have a little bit of fun, but we'll return to that. Right now, let's get through some business. Algorand.foundation. Here's an article titled Nimble, Decentralized Democratized Risk Insurance Protocol. So Algorand continues to make big moves. This is another reason why their price is going to explode, in my humble opinion. They have corridors just like XRP and Stellar around the world. They're used as a traceability protocol. They're building, trying to build infrastructures for CBDCs. They have certain dealings going on with the banks and stuff like that. We'll see how that works out. Of course, no guarantees. They're dominating in Latin America. They're dominating in Africa. They have the European accelerator. I mean, I could keep going. They have their marketing is second to none. They have race car drivers with their Algorand logo across their chests. They have sports team with Algorand logo on their jerseys. You have Algorand billboards in Times Square. You have Algorand billboards in airports. They are doing a tremendous job. So when the utility era kicks off, Algorand will be well known and trusted and respected. Don't ever forget that they can always write articles once again on how Algorand was working with certain governmental entities, how Algorand is associated with MIT. So also it has prestige. Algorand is up there. It is in the top echelon of crypto. Simple as that. It is simple as that. All the bank coins are literally huddled at the top, at the peak. And their potentiality is like none other. None other. And don't get me wrong, I love the utility coins. I only respect just a handful of utility coins like Vechain. I respect Vechain and what they're trying to do. I also respect Quant and what they're trying to do. But even they don't come close to what the bank coins can do because of that B2B market. Over $100 trillion in just B2B cross-border payments alone. Then you're looking at C2C, customer to person-to-person cross-border payments. That's even a hefty sum of money. Then you're looking at scooping up the money of the unbanked just outright. People using crypto accounts sort of like prepaid accounts or bank accounts and just holding their money there because it allows you to custody your own money. So then you're scooping up that money. Then you're talking about interbank payments also. Some of the interbank payments are north of $1 million each in value. So I'm talking about single transactions. That's mind blowing. We looked at the low end of interbank payments. We put the documents up. A lot of my members only people downloaded those documents. They are great at that, by the way. Members only section. The individuals in that members only section, if they wanted to, they can have, and maybe some of them do. I don't know everybody's names, like outright, the real names. I don't know. Some of them could have tremendous YouTube channels. But anyway, they downloaded those documents and they saw that the lower end of interbank payments is something around $400,000 in value each. That is a lot of money that could be moving across the bank coins. And yet, I know a lot of people don't know that. I know they don't know that. They don't, a lot of individuals, and we're going to get back to this Algorand article if you just bear with me, but a lot of individuals don't know this type of information. And so they speak, and I say this with no negativity whatsoever. They speak out of, I'm not even going to say ignorance. I'll say a lack of knowledge. I'll just put it that way. They speak out of a lack of knowledge. And I understand this because they don't want to listen to a lot of intellectual talkings tend to wear people out. I get that. I understand. I understand that. That's why sometimes I mix in a little bit of fun to keep the good energy going, because you can get tired. It feels like you're sitting in a teacher's lecture, right? But that sometimes is the most potent information that's going to get you to the money. It is. So now let's get back to the article here. It says the Algorand Foundation is excited to announce a strategic partnership with Nimble. So we need to look into Nimble after this, get some information on them, look up maybe their financials are available, Q1, Q2, annuals. I like annuals a little bit better. Maybe they even have a condensed version. Some companies have that. So now immediately when I hear this name Nimble, I'm looking into them. That's how we move. So we know how much money is coming out of there. Who are their partners? That's always important. Partnerships can be powerful. We just saw Hedera make a partnership that had plus 300, a partnership with a company that's bringing in plus 300 partnerships to Hedera. That is unbelievable. We know that Quant had landed a partnership with, CNBC that has plus 500, over 500 banks that they could possibly bring to Quant because they are already partnered with CNBC. So partnerships can be very strategic and huge. So it's very important to not only know the money that the company is bringing in, because some people will say that's a small money company. I've seen small money companies as of recent making partnership with certain blockchains, and they're small money companies. They're just starting out. They've been around about a year or two, maybe 3, but they have their backers, their partnerships are massive. So we want to know about the money that they're bringing in. But we also want to know about the partnerships, because the partnerships can lead to even more money and is not necessarily tied to the amount of capital that a company is either bringing in or sending out or has on hand. So keep that in mind. Look, blockchain, distributed ledger technology is a very, very strange place, but in a good way. Let's continue on here. So it says partnership with Nimble to bring ecosystem-wide insurance protection to users and projects building on Algorand. Nimble is a decentralized insurance protocol powering a new way forward for insurance. Nimble represents a future built on the power of community and inclusivity, where all members of the process can earn investment income and participate in the insurance process. Nimble provides a robust and efficient system for DeFi users to purchase cost-effective risk cover. I told you, everything is getting tokenized. Look at the companies that are coming into blockchain. Now you can get insurance through Algorand. What is Algorand not in? I told you, there's for the bank coins, don't just look at the new financial system. It is a new global system as a whole. This is a new layer. Even if it doesn't replace the bank coins, even if they don't replace everything outright, they're going to dominate and act as a layer somewhere on top of or in between whatever is now and whatever is to come. And they're not going anywhere. This gives people so many more options, so much more ability to move around in the world and do things and participate in activities in the world that they did not have before. So now you have insurance on Algorand. And I can assure you that if Algorand is doing this, that other entities will follow their example. Algorand has led the way in many, many capacities. Let's go on here. It says, by separating insurance into separate risk pools and allowing key members of the insurance process to participate with the insureds, this advancement allows underwriters, actuaries, claims adjusters, and more to work alongside LPs and insurers to create profitable risk pools. The risk pool as a service rail as a service rails that allow all nimble members to earn investment income and yield. It allows all nimble members to earn investment income and yields. You see why some people might find this delicious? The partnership with Algorand will bring this innovative risk coverage approach as a standard building block for developers and allow a more secure and insured future for users on Algorand. This is a great thing that Algorand is doing. And going back to what I was saying before, circling back around, they are reaching into every sector. Look how they helped with the redacted stuff that was going on, right? They reached their hands into that. Now people know, companies know, governments know Algorand can be used as a traceability protocol, similar to what like Vechain was doing. Or not Vechain was doing, what Vechain does and dominates at. Algorand can do that. Governmental infrastructure, Algorand can do that. They're running their Bitcoin in El Salvador across Algorand. It's really, everything is really running, really is Algorand running all the infrastructure in El Salvador. So keep that in mind. You see what they're doing with all the banks and stuff like that down in Latin America via Koi banks, by the way. Okay, so you also see them reaching into the colleges. They have their college programs where they're educating individuals. You see their cross-border payment corridors they've been setting up everywhere. I mean, Algorand is reaching out into everything and showing you that they can do it quite easily. Now, I will say this also. Algorand has done great in the past. And no doubt about it. I had maybe it was a Twitter user, a Twitter follower of mine, or maybe it was a subscriber. I can't remember. I read a lot of messages, but the individual was saying that Silvio Macaulay and other speakers at Algorand made a huge impact on them. I understand that completely. They are powerful speakers and they are brilliant minds. But I was saying the individual had replied to a tweet that I made about Stacey Warden. Now, here's the thing. Stacey Warden is absolutely brilliant, but here's the uncanny factor about Stacey Warden. I was telling you, there's certain individuals. Not everybody is like this, by the way. Not everybody is like this. And I don't speak highly of too many people. I don't. But Stacey Warden is a known winner. Goes out there and gets it done. Sits in a meeting until a meeting is over and makes sure that everything said is eloquent and closes deals. And you have seen since Stacey Warden has taken that position, Algorand has exploded. If you look at all the different ways that Algorand has taken off since Stacey Warden got into that position, you'll see that what I said was absolutely correct. Now, I expect something similar to happen to Ripple now with their shakeup. You just wait and see. So it's not always just about the power in one's speech. It's about the actuation of closing deals, partnerships. And right now, Stacey Warden is at the top, and I hope that that individual continues to bring us victories, because what did that do for you and I? It brings us more money, possibility for money in the future. That's what we're here for. We're here for money, right? We're not just here to sit and listen to someone's speech. That's nice, but that doesn't make us money. That doesn't make us money. Stacey Warden brings both eloquent speech, power, but also closing those deals. And that, let me tell you something. That's another thing I appreciated about the people at Ripple, like Ashish Birla. Ashish Birla knows how to close those deals, bring in all those people. Monica Long, who's going to now be the general manager, knows how to close deals, bring the banks in. Stacey Warden knows how to close deals, bring the business in. That affects Algo, and never forgets about Algo holders. Never. That is important. So these types of individuals are special. That's why I call them out. I let them know they're doing a good job, and I'm excited about it. They listen. They listen. Trust me on that. They listen. So that's just a little tidbit on there. Okay, so let's move on to here. HBAR. So a little tweet here. HBAR Foundation is the backbone of HBAR. With a rapidly growing fund, they are providing the much needed capital advantages for growth. Metaverse fund, $250 million. Oh, that is a good investment. That metaverse is going to explode, in my humble opinion. There's so much money in there. I'm so glad HBAR is getting in deep when it comes to that metaverse. Crypto Economy Fund, $155 million. Look how heavy H-Bar is going all in. And they're keeping their word. I respect that. I told you. They said in the beginning of the year, they were going to do more advertisement and more investing than ever before. They have kept their word. And what does that do for you and I as holders? All of this results in the potentiality of more money, the price going higher when the next bull run kicks off, or not just necessarily that, but when the utility era kicks in. It ensures that price is going to go up. All of this is important. Next bullet point. Sustainable Impact Fund, $100 million. That's going to be very good. Although H-Bar is so, I think they're carbon negative. They're so green, it's ridiculous. But you're going to need the proof of that. Unfortunately, you're going to need the proof of that for the central banks that H-Bar could work with. For the banking partners they already have, like for instance, Hedera is working with the biggest bank in South Africa by assets. You can look that up, okay? So they're going to need proof because right now with the green agenda, they don't want to work with anyone, at least from blockchains, at least, because I'll just say that with the blockchains, for some reason, they're very strict with crypto. They're just trying to haze crypto. And so you have to have proof that you are this. So you're going to have to spend a little bit of money, right? This is the same thing that Ripple is doing with carbon credits. Now, don't get me wrong. They might issue carbon credits for people in the future. Or Ripple might, XRPL might act as host for that particular data. But really what I took from that is Ripple will be able to track itself and present this as information to the banks they're working with to say, hey, listen, we're the greenest. We're one of the greenest. We have no problems, right? Okay, let's continue this business and get to that money. That's what I take it. That's how I take it. And that's a good thing because we don't want anything standing between us and that money. We don't, and we must ensure that for that to happen, nothing stands between Ripple and that money because Ripple is going to go get that money and bring it to us. That's what XRP is. They have some XRP. Ripple's making money off of XRP. We're making money off XRP. They have a vested interest. We all do to make sure the price of XRP skyrockets. And that I like. So this is very good for Hedera H-Bar. Says, hello, future. The trust layer of the internet is here. I like hearing that from H-Bar. They're very hungry. They're doing a lot of big things. They've landed some good partnerships. Like I said the other day, they brought in a partner that is, they made a partnership or a deal with someone, with an entity that is bringing in plus 300 partners outright. That is unbelievable. So good things going on with H-Bar. Very excited about that. So now let's close out here. My goodness. Crypto is exploding with partnerships and activity. When that next bull run kicks in, people will, trust me, there are individuals who are briefers. People have briefers, okay? They put together the information and documents and such like that in nice folders, sometimes a nice flash drive. I'm old school, I like a folder, but nice flash drive. They come into you, they give you a little quick briefing, 5 to 10 minutes, give you a synopsis. They lay out all the information. Stuff like this is in that briefing. So that's when you know, so you'll know that you want to invest in these particular things. That's how you do it the professional way. So they'll come into a meeting and say something like this: Vechain Foundation just struck a deal with the UFC. Vechain working with the UFC. Let's read this little tweet here. We're very excited to share that Vechain has become the official Layer 1 blockchain partner of the UFC in a historic global marketing partnership with 900 plus million households across 175 countries. Veet will receive unprecedented brand/asset integration. That is unbelievable. Good job, Vechain. I expect that price of Vechain is one of, like I said, it's one of a few utility coins that are not bank coins that I actually respect. And I have always said since I first got on this channel that I believe Vechain's price is going to explode in the future. Of course, they're setting everything up right now. They're building the partnerships, infrastructures, but when the utility era kicks off and everything's being used, you have more regulatory clarity around the world. So all the businesses are able to better utilize these particular products without certain pressures. Trust me, that does hold a lot back. You've heard a lot of professionals and esteemed individuals iterate the same thing I just said on national news over the last 2 months. So that confirms it. Okay. That is not just Alpha Neem saying that. There's a lot of money sitting on the side because of lack of regulatory clarity around the world, by the way. Okay. So, and pressures around the world, not just lack of regulatory clarity. There's a lot of pressures, governmental and otherwise. So and legacy system pressures is what I'm hinting at. Okay. People have a ton of Vechain. It doesn't take Vechain to make to rise to a crazy price at this point. It doesn't. $1, $2, people are millionaires. Easy off Vechain. Easy. In the future, because I know how much Vechain people have. This is one of the utility coins people have been watching for a long time quietly. Shh, it's like a secret. For a long time. And they have been just accumulating tons of Vechain on every possible occasion because they knew what Vechain can possibly do in the future. So once again, I reiterate and I close out with, it doesn't take a lot for the bank coins as a whole at this point to make people very, very rich or wealthy. It doesn't take a lot at all. And it depends on how many coins you have. Of course, I understand, like, never project upon other people. So let's say you have a few coins. I think that's a good job. Hey, whatever you have that's going to be a plus for you, I think that's good. If you feel like that's good enough, I'm right there with you. But some people don't just have a few coins. Some people have a ton of coins. Sometimes they have just one. They might just believe in XRP or something like that. But a lot of people are well diversified. So it doesn't take an insane price for people to see a healthy return on investment. So just understand that. And once a bull run happens again, or a utility error kicks off, whatever it might be, you see those prices going up, expect people to start taking profits. They're going to scrape some off the top. And if you're getting to that money, I have to applaud you. I'm waiting on those banks, Don't worry, when the bull run kicks in, there's going to be plenty more quick money plays. We're going to jump in and out of those too. We're going to, just like we did before. All right. There's always quick money plays. Just have to be meticulous and strategic about it. Jump in, get what you got to get. Know the catalyst. That's another thing. Be careful when the prices go up and there's no catalyst. I see a lot of people doing that. They see the green, they get excited, they jump in. And it's a trap the whole time. I'm saying to myself, where's the catalyst? There's no cause. There's no cause for there to be a sustained rise in the prices. None. It's just somebody baiting you. They're putting bait in the water. They wait for a bite. They'll wait a little bit. Then they got you. They pull that money out. Take profit. So I always look for the if there's no catalyst, I'd be very careful. Do not fall for these traps, that bait. Harsh times. People are going to take drastic measures. Some of those whales, they'll put their money in, let everything turn green all at the same time. People get excited. They're not thinking clearly. They're emotional. They want the money. They know there's desperation also. That's another thing, strategy. Some people use their awareness to take from others. Just know that. So they're highly aware. They're not fools. They're highly aware. And so they know the desperation is in the air. People want money. They see the green coming. They think, oh man, maybe I can make a huge crypto profit. They put their money in and then they got them. Take profit. They got the fish. Everything goes red. They got a healthy profit out of that, and a lot of people lose their money that way. So I always look for a catalyst. Everything that you could possibly do to ensure that you're going to make money and not lose money, you have to take those precautions. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. And I appreciate you sticking around to the end. I like to be able to take my time, not feel rushed, and convey all of my thoughts and information. I greatly appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So until next time, let's get to the money.